Good morning, namaste everyone. This morning I'm going to speak a little bit on what is SadaShiv or Sadakya Tattva. We all know that Nityananda is so big on saying everything now is SadaShiv. I'm teaching, I am SadaShiv. So let's look and see what SadaShiv really is. Okay? Because there's something way beyond that. Okay? SadaShiv is the will, okay, Icha, to affirm this side of the universal experience known as SadaShiv or Sadakya Tattva. In SadaShiv, will, Icha, is predominant. Okay, what does it say? Again, will is predominant. Will, anytime you have the will, that is the I, the aham, that is that I consciousness, that one that's in separation. Okay, that is predominant. This is not an Advaita consciousness. This is one that's absolutely within Dvaita consciousness. Okay, the experience of this stage is I am this, but the this is only a hazy, ashupta experience. The predominant side is still I. Okay? The ideal universe is experienced as an indistinct something in the depth of consciousness. Okay, it's not what they are, what one is living from. It's not an Advaita consciousness. It's still Dvaita. Okay? One has maybe some glimmer, some glimpse, some feeling of oneness, of something more in depth. But what is predominant in SadaShiv is will. Okay? SadaShiv Tattva is the very first manifestation in this universal experience. Both the subject and object are consciousness. Okay, consciousness in this aspect becomes perceptible to itself, hence subject and object. Okay, that's basically coming in, that it's the very beginning, starting of opening. Okay, there is so much further to go. There's Ishvara beyond that, which is another type of a little different stage, a little deeper. Okay, in the Ishvara stage, or the Aishvara Tattva, it is the Gyan, or the knowledge, is predominant. The experience, instead of I am this, is the experience of Ishvara is this am I. Okay? So it's a little deeper experience. SadaShiv is the very beginning. Next is Ishvara. Then Sadvidya or Shuddhavidya Tattva, when the I and this side of experience are equally balanced, okay? This stage, the Kriya Shakti is predominant. The I and this are recognized in this state with such equal clarity that while both I and this are identified, they can be distinguished in thought. The experience is diversity in unity. Okay, still really far, far, far away from realization, still at that state. Okay. So, while they are claiming, oh, SadaShiv, SadaShiv, it's all SadaShiv, that's the very beginning of the path, okay? Just saying, okay? Again, the greatest Siddha Master is the one that is in the state of realization, Advaita consciousness that has gone beyond the Siddhis. The Siddhis are play toys along the way, and they are also stumbling blocks. If you read anything of Yogananda, he never advocated chasing the Siddhis. Yes, some of these things will arise as one is doing a path. If you have a Kundalini awakening, some of the powers will arise. Okay? That's all. But again, they're not something that one chases, because if one chases it, and that's that egoic identification, it's a huge stumbling block. Okay? A distraction against actually getting to realization. Okay? So it's not something that you want to sit and try to continue to work on and develop, because it's very ego affirming. It doesn't take one closer to realization. Like I said, these are kind of like, in a way, traps along the way, stumbling blocks. One can get caught up in that. Again, same thing, doing these types of things like third eye meditations. The mind is very creative. It creates astral realm after astral realm after astral realm. Okay? Unending. Doesn't mean it's any spiritual attainment. Okay? So these are the things that, in this path, Vajra Nirvana, Marg path, yes, we have and we work with Kundalini awakenings. Okay? This idea that the powers don't come, if you have meat, is bogus. Okay? Absolutely bogus. 100%. There are a lot of Tibetans, again, they eat meat, have many, many experiences, okay? Okay. So, again, when one gets to a Nirvikalpa yoga or upaya, this experience occurs when there's a complete cessation of thought constructs. The mind is still. Okay? The mind is still. Okay? One goes into Sambhava Samavesa, absorption in Shiva consciousness. That happens when one has freed themselves of all ideations. Okay? Okay. One wants to move forward to realization, not stay stuck in these limited powers where this big externalized SadaShiv of will, this I, this egotistical I, is trying to manufacture powers. Again, something way, way, way beyond that. Okay. So if you don't believe what I'm saying, read it for yourself in the Shiva Sutras. Okay. Read the Shiva Sutras and see how far SadaShiv actually is. See what's there. Okay. The only one that may be called awake is the one that's realized the self. Okay? One goes beyond these things. The inner divine self is experienced in the fourth turiya, or transcendental consciousness, and the bliss continues even when there is an appearance of difference in the three: waking, dream, deep state consciousness. Okay. Anyway, when one has gone through the journey, these texts are like, yes, okay, we've been there, done that, move on. But many things, again, happen in a Kundalini awakening. 24/7. Yes, one sees lights, visions, you can feel what's going on in another person's body. Okay? That happens pretty early on in the journey. And you have the people at Nichananda Ashram acting like they're a brand new species because they can do this. These are, I'm sorry for laughing, but these things happen early in the journey, okay? Early in the journey, one can have these kind of experiences, okay? Yes, I went through powers, could control the weather, could manifest this, could manifest that. Anything I wanted to know when the universe could be there immediately in consciousness. I'm telling you, there is something way, way, way beyond that. And if you think you're a new species because you can do these types of things, think again. You are so at the very beginning of the journey, and you're being fed a load of goods that you're really somehow so far advanced of anybody else. Well, that's not the truth. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not the truth. Take the time to read the Shiva Sutras yourself. Read Patanjali Sutras. Okay? Understand what the path really is. I mean, as you're going through, you'll reach a state where, things begin to open and all you see is God in everything. Okay? Okay, you enter that God consciousness, God awareness, where it doesn't mean that you are God, but you just see God in everything. You go through part of the journey where you're asleep, the body's asleep, the consciousness is awake, you're watching yourself sleep. Okay? It's a little startling the first time you see yourself snoring. You hear yourself snoring and you're awake while the body's sleeping, but the consciousness awake and aware of everything. Lucid dreaming comes along the way. Okay? Very lucid things. Visions, past life remembrances will come up. Visions of your past life. Again, feeling what's in another person's body, understanding exactly what it is, what's going to happen. Same thing. Way back, in the past, I've had all those things, like the day before Sundarpuri died. I'll be right back. Let me show you Sundarpuri. Okay. I'm back again. This was, of course, anybody that's on the Shaivite path knows that's Dattatreya, the first guru. Okay? This was Sundarpuri's personal picture that he kept on his dooney, so I keep it for him now. If you know anything about the Naga Babas, they keep the dooney going. The dooney represents Shiva, okay? Okay. This is Sundarpuri. Okay. Now, the night before he passed, he was calling me, Ganga Puri, come eat, Ganga Puri, come eat. And he came down. I was in meditation. He grabbed me by the arm, and it was like, you shouldn't have done that. And I knew immediately that he was basically a dead man. 100% knew it. I told him that evening, whatever you do, do not smoke tomorrow. Whatever you do, do not take hashish tomorrow. Do not do it. What happened? Oh, Baba, life big, smoking. Other Babas came, and they're sitting there, and hashish. He died of a heart attack. Okay. He died of a heart attack. I knew the night before. I had pictures. I don't know if I can ever find that picture, but I have a very interesting picture which took place. The day before he passed, he was working on a joli for me. A joli, and for those that don't know about Naga Babas and stuff, the joli is a bag you carry, and you carry all your things in the joli. And he was making the joli for me. Now, when they're making the joli, this is a type of a meditation as well. You can tell by their stitches how their concentration is, etc. Okay, so he was making this joli. And I did a photograph of him. And you could see in the photograph that he was there, but all around him, this mist was happening. And there was no physical mist. He was preparing to leave the form. And it actually had gotten caught on tape. The rest of every other picture in the roll of film was fine. Just that one photo, and that's exactly how he was sitting the minute he had his heart attack. In exactly the same type of position. Okay, so anyway, as he was having the heart attack, I went to we were going across the bridge in the Ganges, and as he was leaving his body, I was just telling him, it's only Brahman, you're only Brahman, it's all Brahman, and he left his form at that time. So, but the point of the story is, that these cognitions, these powers, these things come up, and it's a natural part of the journey, okay? That's all. These things come up, but they're not something one works to develop or be in awe of. They come and they go, that's all. No, nothing to be that up about. And again, SadaShiv is the very first beginning part of it that's stuck in will. Okay, still ego-based. The cognition is totally ego-based. So don't get so thrilled about, it's SadaShiv. I'm sure he is SadaShiv. But SadaShiv mentality is far from being avatar. Okay. Far, far, far. There is so much further on the journey. Okay. Again, the greatest Siddha Master. To be a Siddha Master, you have had to go beyond the cities into, as what I always say, and I always get a lot of flack for this, but the truth of it is, one enters that consciousness, that Advaita consciousness, it blows out the rest of the vasanas, that mind is still. Okay? That's realization. The mind is still. No more running thoughts. One is in Advaita consciousness. Okay? So anyway, again, on this path, we are not promoting powers, etc. Yes, these things come up. One can have some psychic things come up. Again, so many things that you're in your body, you're out of your body. This all has to do with consciousness. It all has to do with consciousness. You do spontaneous yoga moves, the kriyas happen. Spontaneous mantras will happen, spontaneous mudras will begin to take place. So many things happen along the journey. Okay? That's this path. Okay? And we don't make it seem like wow, claim it, you're a new species. You're not a new species, okay? Oh, mercy. So again, I'm going to close this out here, and hopefully people continue forward on their spiritual paths. For those that have come and are recently joined to the Vajra Nirvana Marg, welcome. So nice that you are here, and please, please, please start working on your starting practices to be in the moment and start to expand the consciousness. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.